Considering the lateness of the hour, Mr. Ward, do you wish to proceed with your opening statement or begin at our next session?
Well, Your Honor, I'd be more than happy to wait until tomorrow's session.
Very well. Court now stands in recess till tomorrow. The jury is instructed to refrain from discussing the case among themselves or any other persons. Bailiff, will you please escort the jury out of the room? Court will reconvene tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
All rise.
So what do you think?
Well, like I said, she's good. That was a powerful and damning opening statement.
It was a bunch of lies.
Well, I'll do my best to point that out.
You will. You know, I mean, sure, she was good, but you'll be better because you have the truth on your side.
Yeah, well, you rest up for tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.
Listen, Mom, I'm so sorry that stuff came out about the gambling.
Oh, Lucky. It's okay, really. I don't consider that a deep, dark secret, you know? You made a mistake, and you're paying for it.
No, so are you.
You'll be okay. Laura. Oh. Thank you.
I talked to you.
What's up?
Let me see, there's something I need to tell you.
Something else?
No, it's not about me. It's about that guy Harper. You know, the one that pulled me into the gambling?
Yeah.
He was here in court before.
Son of a...
No, he didn't do anything to me. No, I don't even think he saw me. But he was talking to Edward Quartermain, Dad.
Say what?
Yeah. I saw them out in the corridor with their heads together. And I couldn't tell what they were saying, but it was just really weird seeing them together, you know? I mean, why would Edward Quartermain know a guy like Harper?
I'll ask the old boy when I find him.
Someday in court, huh? I'm not here to discuss that with you. No. No, you're here for this, right? You have the original. This is my duplicate. And these are the only copies in existence, huh? Why would I need any more than one and a backup? You wouldn't. Here. This is in consideration of your efforts. I think you'll find it an adequate expression of gratitude. I'm sure I will. You're known as a generous man, but not a patient one. Now, I assume this is the end of the matter. As far as I'm concerned, fine. Then good day. So long, and thank you, sir.
Sure, I am keyed up, Edward, but it's not because I have doubts about defending Laura. Believe me, that's one decision I don't question.
Now, I don't want you to have any doubts about anything.
I know what you want.
Now, you remember, you're the one who made the choice long before I knew anything about it. I am only here confirming your own best thinking.
Well, you're right. I have no one to blame but myself.
Oh? How about Damian Smith? What earthly use would there be for you to throw away your own good name, your brilliant political future, and your grandmother's dream for what? For nothing more than...
The truth. Dumb idea, I know.
Now you listen to me. You tried to stop Damian Smith from burning down Ward House, and then you tried to save his life by dragging him out of the fire.
Look, you don't have to keep reminding me of what a big hero I am, okay, Edward? Just don't. I might have been able to live with myself if no one had been arrested. But now it's a whole new ballgame, and I'm telling you right now, if I don't see things going Laura's way, I'm turning myself in. Hi. Wow, I didn't think that you weren't going to be able to make it.
Nothing would make me miss your opening statement. I'm going to be sitting right there, sending you good vibrations.
Well, that's good, because I need all the help I can get.
All rise.
You're on, pal.
Be seated. I apologize to all of you for the heat. It seems they weren't able to get the air conditioning functioning properly overnight, so we'll have to suffer through another day of this.
Honey, there's something very important I have to take care of.
What?
It's nothing to worry about. It's just, something. I'll be back real soon.
Mr. Ward, are you ready to make your opening statement?
I am, Your Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I would like to read for you the definition of circumstantial evidence. Indirect evidence, secondary facts by which a principal fact may be rationally inferred. Well, prosecution's version of events doesn't sound very rational to me. And if ever there was a case in which evidence could be classified as indirect and secondary, this is it. Now, Miss Jensen is going to parade witnesses in front of you, witnesses with stories about the Spencers' past history. And these stories are supposed to convince you that Laura Spencer would risk everything that she holds dear in this life, including her freedom, to murder a man she had no real motive to kill. Oh, the state will look for motive under every rock and a pattern of guilt in a random collection of circumstances. But if you were waiting for one solid piece of proof against Laura Spencer, you're waiting in vain. Because in fact, the prosecution doesn't have one substantial witness. They don't have one piece of forensic evidence decisively connecting Laura Spencer with this crime. This trial is a waste of time. It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of the taxpayers' money. The simple fact is that Laura Spencer should never have been brought to trial.
Did you run a check on that Spud Harper?
Yeah, but before we get into that, there's something we gotta straighten out.
Well, that's great, but I'm in kind of a time crunch right now, Bubba.
Well, then I will be short and sweet. Friendship aside, Luke, there's only so many favors that I can pull off for you. Damn it. Scorpio. Yeah, hold on. Listen, this is important, but I'll get off fast. Yes.
Didn't they start?
Yeah, I've got business out here with the new police commissioner. Am I the only person on the planet who doesn't walk around with a cell phone in their pocket?
Probably.
I thought you were going to show as needed.
I couldn't stay away. I've been worried about you.
Hey, I'm not on trial.
Yeah, but I'm afraid you're going to get so frustrated you'll take matters into your own hands.
Barbara Jean, everything's going to be fine. Go on in there, sit behind Laura, and tell her everything's going to be fine. I'll be in a few minutes. Yeah. Okay. Hey, what about Harper?
Yeah, Harper, right. Well, according to his rap sheet, he had 2 or 3 priors for second-degree gambling. Nothing much.
Well, thanks for the address, pal.
Luke!
Counsel for the prosecution painted a very dramatic portrait of a woman driven into a desperate corner. It was very effective. A woman driven by hatred who could find no other way out of her predicament except murder. Ooh, good stuff. But, ladies and gentlemen, when you remove the drama, or perhaps melodrama is more apt a word, and you take Ms. Jensen's patchwork suppositions one by one and examine them very closely, her case falls apart. For example, she asks you to make a huge leap when she connects the very old baggage of the Spencers' relationship with Frank Smith to the entirely different problem of his son. The Spencers were victims of Frank Smith's persecution. When they left Port Charles, they were in fear for their lives. They weren't outlaws. And when the danger was over, they returned home and established roots in this community. Now, does it make sense that Mrs. Spencer would risk her new, hard-won, stable, rewarding life because Damian Smith opposed her on a nuclear waste incinerator project? Besides, he had already lost that battle. Would she murder a man because in one isolated incident, this man paid off her son's gambling debt and prevented the boy from taking a beating? And what of her beloved Ward House? Damian Smith wanted this property for development. And in spite of all his huffing and puffing, all of his intimidation tactics, yet again, he was not going to get his way. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these things might constitute annoyances, but they hardly add up to motive for murder. Nor does the prosecution's ludicrous notion that Damian Smith had somehow captured the soul of the Spencer's young son and was drawing him into his own corrupt and evil way of life, and that the only way Mrs. Spencer could find to deal with this threat was to kill Damian Smith. Well, I not only find that logic melodramatic, but a little bizarre. And in another bizarre twist, Ms. Jensen stood before you and admitted that Mrs. Spencer is a model mother, an activist, a pillar of the community who has given unselfishly of herself to many worthy causes. Then, in the same breath, Ms. Jensen warns you not to be fooled by all those positive attributes. No, because underneath, Mrs. Spencer is really a cold-blooded, vengeful murderer who would drag along 2 innocent babies just to provide herself with an alibi while she bludgeoned to death a man who posed no real threat to her. The state has thrown up a hodgepodge of motives and circumstances, and they are hoping that some of it sticks. Well, you know what? They have made a grave miscalculation, ladies and gentlemen, because this woman, Laura Spencer, is no murderer.
Justus is in rare form.
I know. Tommy is terribly impressed. Since Justus has been in the news, he's been glued to the TV set.